How you doing? This is John, and welcome to John's Long Box. Today we're looking at the Goon. This is number 1 by Dark Horse Comics. This isn't the first number 1. The Goon debuted in Avatar Press. They had a 3-issue series, and then he didn't like it. I don't know if he didn't like the company or if he didn't like the way the comic came out. I'm not sure. I wasn't there, but he just stopped submitting work until his contract expired, and then he made his own comic, and he got picked up by Dark Horse Comics. And who am I talking about? I'm talking about Eric Powell. Eric Powell being the owner, creator, and artist. He's the guy for the Goon. So look at this credits. A nameless man, the zombie priest, had come to town to build a gang from the undead, but even the undead fear the Goon, by Eric Powell. And with colors by Robin Powell, that's his brother, and Barry Gregory, who I do not know. Okay, and let's look at the indicia before I go on. Now that this comic's moved to Dark Horse, it is no longer completely produced by toothless hillbillies. It is now produced by a bunch of drunken reprobates and one toothless hillbilly. I don't know. I just find Eric Powell's humor just makes me giggle. My wife says, she can always tell when I'm reading the Goon because I'm sitting in the other room giggling. Okay, so this is the Goon number 1 by June 2003. Okay, so I seem to be on a theme because yesterday I did Fallen Angel, and one of the characters in Fallen Angel is the city itself, and it's the same with the Goon. It's like a town without pity where they live, and it's just like this cursed town that it's just like misery and depression and stuff like that, and everybody who lives in this town is just miserable. It's actually pretty sad. This town itself, and that's one of the things I love about the Goon is in one issue he could go from stupid goofy humor to horror to pathos and sadness, all flawlessly. He's a master storyteller. Eric Powell is a master storyteller. But let's look at it. So this is the Goon, and this is a flashback. Okay. His daddy has gone missing, and his mother ran away with another man, leaving the Goon with his only family he ever knew, his Aunt Kizzy. And Aunt Kizzy was like a strong woman for the carnival. Life was hard for the Goon at the carnival. So this is the guy running around. Yes, sir. She was a tough old broad who worked as at a traveling carnival as a strong woman. So that's his family. So his parents are dead. He's raised by Aunt Kizzy, and he's just treated like a slave by the traveling carnival. And look, I'm learning how to juggle chickens. It was the night Labrazo, the most feared thug in the burg, had forced the carny to hide him from the law. I need a place to shack up. You see, and lucky for you, I'm going to let you help me out. So he's muscling in and like pretty much taking over the town. He goes, you see this? I don't usually read a lot, but I rather than just paraphrase it, it's pretty simple. So I'll just read this. You see this book, kid? This book holds the names of everyone I do a favor for, everyone that owes me money, anyone I do business with, and anyone who has upset me. Those names are especially important. So that's the book. And then the cops come. Come on out, Labrazo. And he don't shoot. And the cops. So Labrazo grabs the Goon as a human shield, and he sends out Kizzy, and she gets shot by the cops. Please, Kizzy, please don't die. It's actually pretty sad. So Labrazo's just like, stupid broad shouldn't have gotten away. So he just has like, my aunt who had nothing to do with any of this is now dead because you interfered, got this, and he just goes berserkowitz and just bashes Labrazo with a rock. Look at that. Look at that. Can you blame him? The only family he ever had. And he grabs Labrazo's hat, he grabs his black book, and he destroyed the bodies and turned the hard life of the streets. Using the book, he set himself up as Labrazo's collector and later as his enforcer, saying that the crime lord had gone into hiding. That's right, becoming the enforcer of the man he killed. So that's the premise of the story. Is now the Goon is acting like a dumb Goon. He's actually quite intelligent, and he's running this racket as Labrazo's right-hand man because nobody knows that Labrazo's actually dead, and nobody knows that he killed him. So he's just going around being the crime boss, and that's his origin. Okay, and now we have and this is Freddy. Freddy is just the humorous sidekick. I just get a kick out of Freddy, and Freddy he's just a pervert. There's no other way to describe him. So he's just like always trying to get laid. He's always trying to booze it up and stuff like that, and and he just makes me laugh. And his origin story is so funny. He was just like a little perfect little kid who got beat up, and it's just funny. But so inside this town, and then his Lonely Street. When they drive down Lonely Street, for whatever reason, that's where the voodoo priest lives, and he has zombies. So yes, they call them slackjaws. So he's always driving and fighting the zombies, but it's not like a Walking Dead comic. There's just so much more to it than that. And here's the voodoo priest. He has this like skin of somebody that he has on his mask, and it like whispers secrets to him. And he's like a lead zombie and stuff like that. And Undertaker, it's just every character is so cool and so thought out. And I'm not going through this story so much. I already wanted to talk about his origin. And then this is Norton's Pub. This is the bar where the Goon and Freddy hang out. And he's always hitting on every girl. He thinks he's such a ladies' man, and slap, ow. He goes, she hit me. Why am I always the one getting slapped around by the females? Because you act like a jerk. What do you mean I act like a jerk? Remember when Rita's old man got killed and you offered her a post-memorial quickie? That was an act of kindness. I got a soft heart. He's just stupid. And, the money laundering. It's just everything going on in Norton's Pub. And it's like, for no reason, one of the guys is a giant spider. Hiya, spider. And he goes, Merle had that thing removed. Jimmy Turtle married that dame with the glass eye. No. He goes, Flitty found his fingers. Nope. Corky's bringing me money today so I could let his mama go. No. He goes, now I remember. On my way, I saw a couple of freaks with bags under their heads jumping on your hood of your car. So he goes, I have found. So these two freaks are jumping on his car, and he's got to go deal with them. And it's just like silly humor, and I just love it. And it's like cartoony, but the art, as much as I love the art now, it just gets better and better and better. And every character is so good. My older brother, who's not really a comic book guy, he likes the Goon. And I had to hunt down a bunch of Goon comics for him, and I gave him. I think for Christmas a couple years ago, I got him the Albatross 3-issue click, which goes for a lot of money. And then outside of town, there's the hobo jungle where the hobos live, and that's that's one of the things. Like even the Goon is like, oh no, we don't want to deal with the hobos. I just love this, and I know I'm glossing it over, but look at that. And supposedly there's an animated movie in the works, but it's been in the works for like over a decade now, so I don't know what the status is. They got an orangutan. I forgot there was an orangutan in this, and here's like some ad, and then former publisher arrested for destroying Goon. So this is actually Eric Powell, and that's like Dwight D. Albatross, former publisher, Albatross Exploding Funny Books. He makes himself like a character of like this degenerate that is the editor and owner of Albatross Comics, and it's really Eric Powell playing a character, and it's actually pretty funny. It's really funny, and it gets better and better and better and more clever, and It went on a hiatus for like almost like a year or so, and they came out with the hardcover graphic novel called Chinatown, and there's one story where a vampire comes to town, and the vampire like uses everybody's like it tries to seduce everybody. Like she's more like a succubus, I guess, than a vampire, and she just like tries to seduce everybody, and of course Frankie falls for her right away. But everybody, like when she looks at you. You like fall in love with her, and you become like her lackey, and she looks at the Goon, and the Goon just looks back at her, and she just falls apart and goes, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I didn't know, and it's like, and that became like a thing. So there's like this underwhelming sadness in the Goon that he doesn't talk about, and then the Chinatown hardcover comes out, and it just talks about why the Goon is sad. Oh my god. And there's almost no humor in that comic, and it is like very emotional. Oh, I just love it to death. I didn't want to debut that because I want you to read the Goon so that when you get to the Chinatown hardcover, you will appreciate the build-up. It's such a good payoff. So I'm not going to spoil that comic. I do not want to spoil that comic. But again, if you want a comic that swings from horror to sadness to pathos to like epic storytelling to violence to cleverness and humor and sadness, sometimes in the same issue, this is the comic for you. This is so good. It's one of the, like this and Usagi Yojimbo are the two comics I look forward to the most. But this has been coming out infrequently for the past year or so because he's making another graphic novel. And then he had somebody else writing and drawing the Goon for a couple of issues. And when I saw that being solicited, I was like, oh no, I'm going to get it, but I'm disappointed. I was and then when I got it, it was wonderful. So I forget the name of the person who took over, but he told the story about the witches who make potions, and they make beer and stuff like that, and they went to trade war with another group of people who make like fish people who make disgusting beer, and but that's what they used to in the town. So that was such a good story. It's so good. I don't know, I could rant and rave for a long time and start repeating myself, but Eric Powell and the Goon, just get it. Eric Powell had like after the Goon came out, everybody wanted him, and he did a lot of covers for Marvel. He did some covers for DC, and I think he's a hot commodity right now that people will pay him a lot to do covers, and I think it's slowing down his productivity. But there's a lot. There's like 30-40 issues that you could get the trade paperbacks or read it all up, and I think it's just so worth it. There's a few comics that I'm going to order you to get. If you like my videos, I order you to get the Goon. I'm just teasing, but it's that good. It's really, really good. It's up there with Fables. It's up there with Usagi Yojimbo. It's some of the best comics out there. Okay, so I'm gonna end it now because I know when I start repeating and ranting. So okay, I'm gonna stop now. Oh, there's toys. I forgot. I got to mention the toys. The toys were so good. I had them on my shelf for a long time. And then when I moved, I had to put my toys away because I don't have any place. But I think I got to break out the Goon toys and put them back on the shelf. Okay, now I'm officially ending. Thank you so much. I appreciate your comments. Some guys are leaving such wonderful comments. I really are really enjoying it. Some people are direct messaging me with things to say. It's so good. Thank you guys. It's a lot of fun. I noticed my subscribers are starting to go up a bit. Persistence is paying off. So thank you. Please subscribe. Please like the videos, because I know that gets into the magic of science of YouTube and does magical stuff. Once I don't know. I'm an old timer. I don't know all this stuff. All right. I'll stop now because I can tell I'm going to start ranting. All right. Thanks a lot. I'll see you tomorrow with another video. All right. Bye-bye.